Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for October 23rd, 2020. The Morocco Pavilion at EPCOT has made a number of headlines in the aftermath of COVID-19, as few pavilions have been so publicly affected by the pandemic's devastating impact. After a number of internal issues, Walt Disney World will be officially assuming operations of all Morocco Pavilion businesses at EPCOT, including all food and beverage and merchandise locations. Back in April, Marrakesh Moroccan Restaurant LLC filed for a PPP loan of $1 to $2 million in order to retain 260 jobs through the funds acquired. In September, Walt Disney World filed a UCC financing statement, or a type of lien with the state, claiming collateral against all goods, inventory, the furnishings, and all other items of personal property belonging to the debtor, which are or may be put into the facilities, and all proceeds of the foregoing. Now it seems the company is moving forward with a mutual agreement to transition operations to Disney, with the goal of assuming all operations by the end of the year. The Pavilion sent out termination notices to its cast members through an internal memo late last month, as we learned through sources. Up until this news, the Morocco Pavilion was one of the few pavilions that operated independently from Disney within the World Showcase. The Moroccan Embassy and Morocco Tourism Board will continue their involvement with the pavilion as cultural consultants. Currently, Restaurant Marrakesh remains closed, with just Spice Road Table and array of shops and the museum space currently open. Tangerine Cafe closed back in August. This is wild. A wild story, but Disney going to take over the Morocco Pavilion. Maybe we'll see more Aladdin, right? Probably. The holiday season is fast approaching, and so is the taste of the EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays, a modified offering to comply with this year's new health and safety guidelines. So far, we only knew of 2 confirmed holiday kitchens, but now Disney has released the full list. Do note that the menus are not available, but at least the booths are. You can read about them over on our website. On the entertainment side of things, even more details have been released. You can check out the list of holiday promenades, the music performances, and even the surprise return of the gingerbread capital city at EPCOT, plus where and when you can expect to see them again. All that over at WDWNT.com. Grab your festival passport and travel through the World Showcase to find the 5 official holiday cookie stroll locations. Each stop will offer a delicious dessert for purchase and a stamp for your festival passport. Once you've collected 5 stamps, bring your passport to the Sweets and Treats Holiday Kitchen to receive a complimentary peppermint mini cookie. This activity is fun for all ages and can be completed at your own leisure. You can bring your stamped passport to EPCOT at any time during the festival holidays to complete your stroll. And to view all the stroll locations, head on over to WDWNT.com. But how cute is this cookie jar? It's the best. Go on a festive quest around World Showcase, hunting for holiday traditions that Frozen's most lovable snowman has gathered and lost along the way. This holiday season, Olaf will be spotted sledding all around the World Showcase at EPCOT, collecting new and interesting holiday traditions to share with Anna and Elsa. Unfortunately, he's had a bit of a bumpy ride and has misplaced some traditions during his journey. To help him get back on track, you'll have to purchase your scavenger hunt map and stickers for $7.99 at participating locations, including Disney Traders, Mouse Gear, World Traveler, and Port of Entry. You can also find them at stroller rental locations at the main entrance and International Gateway, as well as merchandise cart in the Canada Pavilion. To play, search for Olaf in each pavilion, then match the tradition on his sleigh to the location on your sticker map. Once you've found all the traditions, you visit any of those locations, specifically Disney Traders, Mouse Gear, World Traveler, to redeem your map for a gift worth melting for while supplies last. We've been watching the removal of cross beams from Disney's Polynesian Village Resort roof for almost 2 weeks now, but now over half of the cross beams are gone. Horizontal and vertical support beams have also been removed as construction goes on. The refurbished Great Ceremonial House will still have a cross-beam structure on the roof, but it'll have significantly less beams. The entire structure is being removed before beginning on the new version, at least from what we can tell, which may or may not use the same beams. Work will also begin soon on the new Moana-themed rooms at the Polynesian Village Resort. The entire refurbishment will last until next summer, when the resort will reopen to all guests. Guests with reservations at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground between now and October 31st are receiving notices informing them of modified Halloween offerings. Due to the health and safety guidelines, no trick-or-treating or golf cart parade will be allowed on property this year. However, a scavenger hunt, as well as various decorating contests for golf carts, campsites, and pets will be offered instead. Theme park officials were not happy to hear the reopening guidelines as issued by the state of California. After weeks of back-and-forth negotiations, larger theme parks are being allowed to reopen, but only once the county they're located in reaches the yellow minimal tier. Currently, Orange County is in the red substantial tier. Taking transmission rates into consideration, it could take several months for the parks to be able to reopen, meaning Disneyland could be shuttered well into 2021. Because of this, Disneyland, alongside other major theme parks, are considering legal action against the state. According to Brady McDonald, the Orange County Register, California Attractions and Parks Association Executive Director Aaron Guerrero has stated that the theme parks are considering legal action to change the reopening guidelines. At this point, it seems anything's possible as they're keeping all options open to mitigate unachievable state guidelines. Quote, I think that all options are open at this point. We're going to continue to explore our options. The California Attractions and Park Association issued a statement regarding the opening guidelines, calling out Newsom's plan as a plot to keep theme parks closed indefinitely. Disneyland President Ken Potrick also spoke out, stating the guidelines will now keep the park shuttered, quote, for the foreseeable future, forcing thousands more people out of work and irreparably devastating the Anaheim, Southern California community. While Walt Disney World's phased reopening is well underway, obviously Disneyland Resorts is not, and now they have canceled hotel reservations through November 7th. Guests with existing reservations have begun to receive emails notifying them of the cancellation. Previously, the cancellations were only through Halloween, and of course, currently only the downtown Disney district is open at the Disneyland Resort. Tokyo Disney Resort is resetting all annual passport-related matters to zero after December. In a shock move, the Oriental Land Company has announced they are canceling the annual passport extension and ending the lottery after December 2020. When the Tokyo Disney Resort reopened, the Oriental Land Company promised that extensions were coming for all pass holders, with details to be released in October. Then that was delayed to November, but now the extension has been canceled entirely, leaving annual passes set to expire up in the coming months. Additionally, the annual passport lottery, which allowed pass holders to enter up to 5 visits to the parks per month, will end after December 2020. No more lotteries will be conducted next year. Starting Friday, October 23rd at 9 a.m., the Oriental Land Company will begin accepting requests for refunds of passports with an end date to be announced. Guests who apply for a refund lose all rights to apply for the remaining annual passport lotteries and subsequent admission to the parks if they win. Guests may request a refund online with a picture of the guest pass and a Japanese bank account to route the refund to. Refunds will be processed within 2 months of the request. Guests wishing for a cash refund may visit the Tokyo Disneyland West ticket booths or Tokyo Disney Resort Ticket Center for a refund. Guests may only visit on specific dates depending on their birth month. You can check our website to see which dates you can visit for a cash refund through March 2021. Guests wishing to apply for a cash refund must bring a Japanese government ID along with their annual pass. Further details regarding the future of passports will be announced at the end of March 2021. And if you're like me and you're someone not from Japan with an annual pass, who knows what we're going to do? I don't know how I'm going to get my money back. No idea. I'm sure they'll figure out something, right? Who knows? You'll be looking extra sparkly for the holidays this year with these new mini ear headbands for Christmas. The first pair of ears feature all over sequins in red for the ears and green for the bow, with the bow featuring a classic peppermint candy in the middle. The ears are trimmed with white furry material for a cozy wintertime touch. The second pair is slightly similar to last year's release. Mickey and Minnie have gotten a gingerbread makeover featuring plush felted ears to resemble gingerbread cookies. Mickey comes with a Santa hat and peppermint candy bow tie. His cheeks are peppermint candies too. As always, these ears retail for $29.99 and will soon be available throughout the Walt Disney World Resort. We found them in a handful of locations so far. Meanwhile, we also found a new mini Loungefly backpack with candy cane stripe pattern and glossy, glittery mini ears. The backpack may be mini, but it's big on Minnie Mouse elements, complete with ears and a peppermint candy bow. This Christmas-inspired mini Loungefly backpack is part of this year's holiday merchandise line. It retails for $75. Meanwhile, 3 new Spirit jerseys inspired by the season are also out and about at the parks. 2 adult holiday Spirit jerseys and a brand new Minnie Mouse Holiday Youth Spirit jersey. You can head over to our site for pricing and other details on these. They're finally here. Disney Parks and Starbucks fans, start your engines. You're going to want to race to Walt Disney World to get these new Starbucks ceramic tumblers. So far, we'd seen Disneyland and California Adventures pop up out in L.A., Anaheim, whatever. But now we have our first look at the Walt Disney World editions featuring designs themed to the Magic Kingdom, EPCOT, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. The tumblers retail for $24.99 each, can be found at the World of Disney and Disney Springs, and we did spot the Animal Kingdom one at Animal Kingdom today. They're starting to make it to the parks as well. Feeling blue can now be a great thing. The Wishes Come True Blue Collection is officially launched at Walt Disney World, celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The collection includes items such as a Starbucks travel tumbler, the first ever adjustable Mickey ears for kids, Mickey bow for kids, a Loungefly wristlet and spirit jersey for pets, and face masks. Some of these items are only online, some are in the parks, some are only at Disneyland, some are only at Disney World. The full line hasn't arrived completely, but 90% of the items are in each location is seemingly what's happened. Like there's a pin in Disneyland that's not here, and we have stuff it's not at Disneyland, and so on and so forth. But the items are themed to the sorcerer's hat Mickey Mouse wears in the 1940 classic Fantasia, and they help to raise money for a good cause. For every item in the collection purchased between now and World Wish Day on April 29, 2021, Disney will donate 25% of the purchase price to Make-A-Wish, up to $500,000. You can find out more at wish.org/Disney, and you can head on over to our website to take a look at the full line. There is a lot. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your next magical Disney trip. The best part, their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. Also, don't forget to visit carouselofproducts.com for the latest WDWNT merchandise and merchandise themed to your favorite Disney restaurant, shops, and more. Right now, we got a new release for this week celebrating the Ohana restaurant, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, and you'll want to have this one when they reopen. It says Ohana means noodles because, of course, that was the best part of a meal at Ohana, and I'm sure it will be again someday. So go check out that shirt and everything else we've got available at carouselofproducts.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, click the bell for notifications, and make sure to select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Pressing Issues is the spin-off of the WDW News Today podcast segment as a long-form panel discussion in which some of the brightest minds of WDWNT analyze the biggest stories of the week and their impact on the Walt Disney Company, its parks, guests, and cast members. Join us every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, or afterward on the WDW News Today podcast feed.